Hey everybody. It's been a little bit. I'm here to talk, all right? I recorded the first part of this video. Okay, my cat is pressing the space key. All right. So, pretty much I've been pretty negative. I don't remember if I put this in the or I already recorded this part, but I've been pretty negative about, or I've been covering negative people, I think, and just bad opinions really. So, I wanted to spice it up and show someone who had some realism in their takes, and that is Stylosa. I know he's like hated for some reason in the Overwatch community, but I don't care. I think he's one of the actually only people who is like completely unbiased when it comes to this type of stuff. The only thing he does is exaggerate, which is fine if it's just like the titles usually. But I really was getting tired of all those bad takes, so I figured we'll spruce it up a little bit. We'll do a shorter episode of just Stylosa and someone who's a bit more real.
We're going to see a lot of Reinhardt versus Reinhardt in Overwatch 2 because I think he's a really
that's
effective
tragic.
tank. And again, the changes they've done to him, while not I do think it's going to be very obvious when a tank is getting outplayed or you've got the wrong tank, and I'm worried.
Okay, so that, to be fair, statement half right, half wrong. The real bout, like the real make or break for your team comp is your supports 99% of the time. Now, is there certain tanks that if you have them, you're screwed? Absolutely. Like Reinhardt right now, Wrecking Ball, Roadhog, those types of characters. If you have them on your team, yeah, you're in a bit of trouble. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's rough, but it's still, the supports are like the people who make each of the comps really.
Worried that this might be a source of a lot of toxicity. If you're out and your team are not pushing with you, if they don't want to move through chokes, if you're maybe not getting the healing you need or some other such stuff, or the enemy team are just focusing you down a lot, maybe you've been discorded by Zen, which is a whole other thing.
Yeah.
And then you're just getting burnt down, it can maybe not feel the best. But I do think...
See, but this is what I'm saying. He is, like, a lot of the time, he is real about it. Like, he is right there. And he ended up being more correct than a lot of other people I've talked about.
Majority of my... Because they'll start getting ultimates coming online. So I'm not really sure where to place this mode. I still think Blizzard are working on it in terms of balance and flow. They did increase the time limit of the game mode.
They barely changed it. This mode fucking sucks. I'm not gonna lie. This mode is genuinely terrible, in my opinion. If you're a push fan, that's fair, but I fucking hate this mode. Every single time I load in, I audibly groan.
It's a mode where you kind of don't want to take fights. It's really weird. So I don't know about push, and I actually would like to see what...
It also has the exact same problem as 2CP, where the players of this game, just on average, are not smart enough. They just aren't. Like, your average person doesn't know that... Like, yeah, even I don't know what fights you should take sometimes. Like, there's certain times when you should just not fight the bot and you should just let it sit where it is. But no one knows that, so everyone just follows or pushes the bot forward to the max. It's just a bad mode. And people don't talk about it as much because 2CP, I think, was even more decisive in that fact. But this mode is the exact same thing, but it also doesn't have any of the fun as 2CP did, in my opinion. So, you know,
what you guys
this
think
mode sucks.
About this. What I will say about push is the maps, bar New Queen Street, are phenomenal.
Ooh, disgusting. I don't like these maps because I think they're super unoriginal and boring. The best one is Coliseum, but even that one, like, we should have had some more to do with the Coliseum instead of it just being like a city. I don't want to see futuristic city, bro. I want to see like Volskaya Industries and shit like that. Like some crazy factory or temple or some shit.
No, I'm being hyped in groups of people playing in a 6-stack.
True. Like
you can't play in a 6-stack anymore. Yep. That's it. That's the end of it. The game, it's gone.
And now my stack is gone.
There might be arcade modes that pop up where it's 6v6.
Nope, hasn't happened once. That's something that's surprising to me. Why do we not have a 6v6 like arcade mode that pops in every once in a while? I don't understand why not.
You could make 5v5 to wrap it up. I think is positive for the game. It allows each role to have more pop-off potential.
See, this I don't really have a comment on because that's just personal. Like, if you prefer 5v5, that is super fair. I just don't.
Then we fast forward to the second beta, and this one you could not get access to with Twitch drops. Instead, you either could sign up and you would get access on the 14th of July, or you could just buy it for $40. So obviously this was them, or 40 quid or whatever it is in your region. This was them trying to make money off the game for the first time in a very long time. by selling beta access.
That was so fucking annoying.
Like, well, this is
Oh, it's such a piece of shit thing to do. I actually got, well, calling it an argument isn't really fair, but SVB on his stream, we were talking about something, and that's well, we weren't, but the chat, and he was talking about something. See this? This is the face of a man. We spent way too much time finding this specific clip just to put it in the video. I've been looking for this because it did piss me off. I'm not gonna lie, this actually did piss me off. I like SVB. I'm literally subbed to him on Twitch. I like him.
Is a
but
fair
Jesus,
argument in my book.
these comments on it look
I
pretty
still
fast.
think it's kind of scummy to charge access for the beta. That was upsetting. Why? Explain, copycat. Why was it scummy to charge access to a service? What is scummy about it? Do explain. I'm always curious when people use these terms, because people are very loose in using the terms like scummy or predatory. What is scummy about charging for?
Which, by the way, I'll use the word scummy to describe anything Blizzard does. Fuck you guys. Blizzard is a scummy piece of shit company. I don't.
The beta. I'm curious.
That should be easy.
We'll wait for them to respond.
Yeah, and then
Move roll past.
I will once again. I like this guy, and he does something good here where he says we'll wait for him to respond because I didn't get. You wanted more context, so I'm typing out more context, and then I do type out more context, and I type even more. But I wanted to get it out before it was forgotten.
To play. And all of a sudden, it
was charging a person $40 for a bundle that I only wanted for the beta. I get that I understood what I was getting, but I had to pay $40 for a beta that many other people just got into by chance.
Just like every.
So that's kind of clear, right? It's charging $40 for a bundle that I only wanted for the beta. I get that I understood what I was getting. But it was like I had to pay $40 for a beta that many other people. Yeah. So
on the internet is like saying the same thing. I pay $40 for a beta that many people got into by chance. Well, how is that scummy though? What's scummy about it? It's
the bundle.
Like,
the
here's
bundle.
a product. You can either try and get into it by chance, or pay for the.
Hey gang, Future Ryan here. I also do just want to say that it's also completely just fair to say that that's still scummy because they charged $40 for a free-to-play beta that you played for like, what was it, a week or two maybe? But you paid $40 for that. Now let's go talk about like every other free-to-play game that's had a beta. Apex was free to get into their closed beta. Although, yes, you did have to either get very lucky or you had to be a content creator or like specifically reach out. Valorant was literally just a chance thing. And I know a lot of people got into that. And many other free-to-play games, even during their closed betas, you didn't have to pay to get in. Some of them, sure. But pretty much no one else does that because it's like insane. Like, why are you charging $40 to get... why would anyone pay for that, essentially? Why would you pay $40 to get into a beta for a free-to-play game? Hey, it's me again. Sorry. I also just had to interject with myself here in this little section. The Overwatch 1 beta, the closed beta, was free to get into, and that was a paid $40 game, and that was free to get into as well. And that's the first game. And that is totally fine. Betas are usually either pretty cheap or free because they're buggy, and they're usually like fairly new, and there's a lot of things that aren't accounted for. So betas are usually free or cheap, and even Overwatch 1, how many years has it been now? It's been like 8 years. 8 years ago, a paid game had a free beta, and the same thing happens with COD as well. Like, I've played pretty much every single COD just because they always do a closed beta that you can get into if you want without paying for a single thing, and I almost always do those. And I just had to interject with that because you can make a paid... You shouldn't make a free-to-play game have a paid beta. That's just dumb. And that is totally fair to complain about as well. And then the other thing that you can also complain about is the fact that a lot of us bought this bundle thinking, okay, we're going to fund this dev team and their new... like, the game getting better and getting PVE and all these new things. And I know he... Wait, no, he did know at this point that what had happened. Yeah. I bought it also expecting to at least have some of the money I spent putting it back into PVE, or not, obviously not the money itself, because obviously $40 sum is fucking nothing, but like, you know, you expect what you're buying to support the things you want, essentially. Instead of, I bought this, I got the beta, which I didn't have any complaints until pretty much now, and the only complaint I did have back then was that I had to pay $40 for the beta, and I couldn't just buy it myself. But there's plenty to complain about on this. I just went at the bundle angle because it's the thing that pissed me the most off, I think, about everything. Although there is lots of things to complain about, and that's why I don't think it's fair that he's like, that's the only good point. Bro, you can complain about a lot about this bundle. You can complain a lot about that beta. It was not very good. It was the balance was good. I won't lie, the balance was very good, and the game was fun. But charging $40 for it, making it seem like we're supporting a dev team that's going to be working on PvE, and also making it only available in a bundle, all of those combined, and making it a paid beta for a free-to-play game, all of that is pretty scummy. You know what? No, I'll just double down. Fuck it. It is scummy. All of those things are scummy. Let's look up the word scummy really quick, just to make sure I'm using that right. Yeah, let's see. So, the definition of scummy is of resembling, consisting, or covered in scum, dirty, unpleasant, or nasty. And yeah, I would say that is that's Blizzard. Yeah.
Pay for the thing. I wouldn't have had as much of a problem if I could have just bought the beta. Okay, now that's a better argument. So you gotta be more.
That literally was my argument. It was charging a person $40 for a bundle that I only wanted for the beta, compared to I wouldn't have had as much of a problem if I could have just bought the beta. That was like, I understand this was clarifying it more, but you can understand what I was saying from here. I don't really blame them for not understanding.
What you're arguing for, right? Like, what you are actually have a problem with is bundling. You don't act like charging. You said I have a problem that they charge me for the beta. That's not.
I also kind of have a problem with that, but it's not like a major problem. Like, I get charging some for the beta, but the 40 is just too much.
Not the issue. The issue is that they bundled, which is a more fair argument. I can appreciate being like, I wish they just charged me for the beta.
I think that's how it is.
As to whether that itself is a good criticism, I've been the primary critic of the bundles in the shop. Bundles for the beta, I'm not so sure.
What is the difference? What? Well, bundle for the beta, yeah, you're getting just some extra like skins and stuff. Like, it's pretty much no different. The only difference is you're not getting gameplay features locked behind it as well.
Because you could have gotten in for free, and it was a closed beta on purpose. Like, they had to limit the number of people who can play. So,
and I get that, but make it cheaper.
I'm not super upset about like them being like, well,
I'm
here's
not
this thing if you want in.
That's the other thing. I'm not upset either. I just think it's scummy, which it is. I couldn't just buy beta access. I had to buy the bundle to do that. And then the fact that they let a lot of people in just randomly, and if you happen to be unlucky like I was, you had to pay money to get in. That's a fucking scam and a scummy thing to do. And literally no one talks about it anymore because, yeah, fair enough, it happened years ago. But it was still, once again, Blizzard just being scummy right off rip. And I just needed to bring that up because that argument pissed me off because he was still like, kind of like, I disagree. But it's like, what do you mean you disagree, bro? It's a scummy thing to do. You're being a piece of shit if you're making people charge, or you're charging people for a fucking beta access for a free-to-play game. Like, I didn't have to play the beta, but I have been waiting 4 fucking years for this game. The least you could do is make it so I can only buy the beta instead of spending 40. I could have spent like 15. I would have even paid 15 and not complained about it, but still. But it should have been free, to be honest. I know that's not the point. It's not supposed to be open to everybody. But like, bro, especially because I bought that somewhat expecting it to go back to PvE, like at least not PvE specifically, but supporting the dev team, which was working on PvE at that time, only to find out they made the absolute abomination that Overwatch 2 PvE was. So I feel like I got literally scammed out of that money.
Of animated shorts, of all kinds of associated stuff that Blizzard generally do around a game launch. Now, the other issue is Overwatch 2, in my head, is the PvE, not what we've got right now. And PvE is not coming out until next year. So when PvE finally turns up, can then argue, well, wow, this is Overwatch 2. Really enjoyed. I get the feedback that it but it looks the same as Overwatch, and that's something
it even
Blizzard
did
need
feel
to
pretty
rectify and
similar.
sort out if they want to attract new players. I'm cautiously optimistic for the future. What I like to say when
and that's good.
people ask me about Overwatch 2, how
This is what he's about to say. This is why I thought that he was the best
do I feel about
when
it?
it came to Overwatch.
I say, well,
2.
ask me in a year.
Yeah, so he knew that right now isn't really a fair time to be asking because you've got all the hype obviously building up for him personally, as well as a lot of the stuff we're getting right now isn't exactly like finished. He was waiting until it was all finished, and now that it is all finished, it's pretty bad.
So if you
Oh yeah, I also do have to mention at some point during this video, Overwatch actually just recently confirmed that they're gonna be letting you during this Halloween event be able to buy heroes with the credits that you earn from the battle pass for a week at least this Halloween. So I still think it's scummy that they're not just having that permanently in the game, because that should absolutely be how it works. Instead of having to do challenges or anything like that, just being able to buy them with credits that you earn from just playing the game naturally is better, I would say. But I still do have to commend them for doing that. But that's all the praise they're getting out of me, Overwatch. You'll never catch me doing that again.
What this does is it turns dedicated players, and what I mean by this is players that grind the battle pass to completion, grind all of the weekly challenges for all of the currency, turn them into $30 a year. That's what's happening here, because you still need to...
And the people who aren't that like deep into it, the people who aren't to that level, or not the people who aren't to that level. Well, yeah, it is. The people who don't finish all of your challenges, they have to spend $60 a year. It's like buying a full price game every single year, plus anytime they spend any money on anything else.
Spend $30 a year to get access to all of the premium battle passes. Now, there is a lot of philosophical questions.
Which is not worth it, by the way. For a free-to-play game, it should be free to play. That's like all the gameplay should be free to play. The skins, whatever. You should have some stuff that's able to be earned, which is what they're doing now. But you shouldn't have everything. Like, that's just how it's got to be. But you can't have both, in my opinion. You either need to not lock all gameplay features, no gameplay features behind either a paywall or a grind wall. You shouldn't do that. Or, if you're not going to do that, or if you are going to do that, then at least make, like, better earnable stuff, at least.
So it's like, there's good, there's bad, there's good, there's bad. It's not, this is the greatest battle pass I've ever seen in my life, but it's...
Hey, you know what? We know who he's talking to right there. We know who he's talking to.
Not, this is the worst battle pass I've ever seen in my life. Whew, it is a complex subject, I think, guys. And
it's definitely not the worst. Like I've said, I think Apex and Valorant's battle passes are definitely still worse. But that is such a low bar, because those two battle passes are, like, actually dog shit. Like, I literally never buy either of them because they're always terrible. I mean, I don't play Apex anymore, but I never did. And, well, I never did buy the battle pass. And then Valorant, I literally only bought the first one when it first came out, and then never bought it again because it's just useless. It's just
I think
bad.
it's going to be more difficult. Thank you for being critical of this. Almost every Overwatch streamer, content creator I've watched since this new came out has been trying to justify it for Blizzard. Now,
true.
I've been seeing this pop up quite a bit. Now, I will categorically say I don't watch other content creators' content, right? I don't know what anybody's saying about this.
That's really fair.
But what I will say is sometimes, and this has happened to me in the past.
Yeah, I know what he's going to say. He's going to say people let, like, a lot of good things, it'll cloud their vision essentially for a bad thing. That's why Stylosa is so fucking good. And that's why I fucking hate all the people who are like, Stylosa is negative Nancy. He exaggerates. He's a bad YouTuber. Bro, this man is the only one out here genuinely speaking for more than just himself. Like, he's looking at it fairly.
I'll be totally honest. You can become so involved in something
that you overlook,
in this case Overwatch, that it becomes hard to see other points of view, or maybe just step back and go, you know what, I need to take myself out of this situation.
And I think that is the major problem with the Overwatch 2 community, because every single streamer, I'm not going to say every single one, but the vast majority often come off as downright, like, shills because of how aggressively they defend this game. And I get it. I know, as an Overwatch fan, for all of Overwatch 1's life, we were always the punching bag, essentially. We were literally always the end of the joke. And it's like, okay, that gets tiring at some point, for sure. Especially if it's your whole, like, job and everyone still is punching down, essentially, at you. Like, that sucks. But also, don't take it out on other fucking, on your own community of people who also like the game. Get mad about those people. Don't get mad about people critiquing the game. It's just dumb.
And look at it. Instead, you're in like some crazy echo chamber, and it's like, whoa, you know.
Exactly.
But if content creators,
holy shit, he actually see, genuinely, more people need to be like Stylosa. And I'm not saying this man is perfect, because he also does some stuff sometimes that's a little weird, but he is genuinely like the Overwatch content creator who remains relatively unbiased a lot of the time.
Maybe they're talking to each other and they're like, yeah, you know, the Battle Pass ain't too bad. I think it's great because we're going to get content.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's in the name of the job, right? Content creator, you need content to make content, right? So if Overwatch gets more content and this is the way it's going to do it, then yeah, it's great for content creators.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be a hip. We need to be honest with ourselves. And I think that's something that I'm definitely doing, and I'm pretty sure almost every other content creator is doing this as well.
No, no, they are not. They usually at the end are like, they say one sentence to try and like disavow a lot of the stuff they say. They're like, but we don't know for sure. This is just a beta or whatever. But he was like the only one who would actually say this. Like, if you know somebody else who did this, I would love to hear it.
But like, I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really comment on this. I've not watched what's been said or anything like that. So, yeah. But I would say, remember, you know, try not to be too harsh. And like,
yeah, and that's the other thing. Don't be harsh. Like I've said before, don't be harsh on the people. They, like I said, they get equally excited. Like, they're humans, just like everybody else, and they're Overwatch fans. Like the biggest Overwatch fans when they're making content about it. Of course, they're huge fans, so they're willing to overlook a lot of bad stuff if it looks good. If it looks good on the overall, which is what I think a lot of content creators do.
At the top of the video, take your viewpoints from multiple sources.
Hey, he does what I do. That's what I do. I take my fucking my sources of news. I need it from multiple people every single time. I don't ever want one person providing me with my news, because then it can be biased. I want like 3 different people who think completely differently. So that way, if there is something that one person wouldn't cover, someone else probably did.
Ideally, if they're opposing views as well. View, and then you can form your own opinion. Don't just go, oh my god, Stylosa says this, so I believe it. It's like, well, no, Stylosa's trying his best to put, you know, a logical argument together here. A problem people don't seem to get is that when Blizzard says we're getting 35 heroes, they're being very disingenuous. We're not getting 35 heroes. That'd imply we could always freely swap to another role and such. Support players are getting 7 supports and have to grind out for that 8th. That will no doubt be broken at launch.
Hey,
and if you don't have that one, you'll be relegated to something subpar or get shouted at for not having the new hot shit. You'll be a handicap to your team, and or if you get the new support and choose to play tank, and none of your teammates have the new hot shit, they'll handicap you either way. It's a completely lose-lose situation, because other options is to make the new hero not have any obvious advantage, meaning the current cast will all be able to perform the same basic functions, and now we have a bland, watered-down game with lack of character.
God damn, this guy knew.
Identity. Because really, there's no way Blizz will ever remove hard characters.
True.
They've proven time and time again that they are too incompetent to do so. It's been 5 years of them saying that. There aren't hard counters. Sim's totally going to take on Pharah now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, Reinhardt's 100% going to be able to just attack Pharah now. Awesome.
Biggest draw originally for me was that Overwatch 2 co-op campaign. I think this is, the PVE and the co-op is like the biggest draw. Like the fact that that's not here and we're launching Overwatch 2, I think is like not ideal at all. But
it only got worse, friend.
Needed Overwatch content, and they needed to do something, because the Overwatch League is in sorry. I may have burped there. I apologize.
It is kind of crazy that they did all of this for the Overwatch League, and then you know what happened? The Overwatch League is probably done.
This is the Countdown Cup. Every cup of Overwatch League, so they have mini tournaments throughout the year.
That's why it's so upsetting with the whole skin thing, because I swear to God, the Overwatch art team is so fucking good. Like, if they were working on anything else, bro, I would love to see what they're doing. But making me pay $20 for a skin, it's like, man, fuck, I don't want to do that. Even if it is beautiful.
And get everything. What's going on here then? Okay, this is a post that was put on Reddit, and somebody's gone through.
This was iconic. This is the worst
things you get.
Now look at how good all this free stuff is. How cool!
If you pay no money but you just play tons of Overwatch, you will eventually unlock all of this stuff.
I literally don't like a single thing on there except for Kiriko as a character, and then that banner with the loaf or the synthwave stuff. That's pretty cool,
right? Because that's the lowest quality of item, so that's what they're giving away for free. But it turns out
8 months to unlock a legendary skin. I do remember that being a fact.
It's going to take 8 months of a free-to-play player grinding.
Also, I saw someone in my comments who was mad about me.
So this,
who said something like, what the fuck did he say? It was like, yeah, because I said I don't like the Zeus skin for Junker Queen, and he was like, in mocking me, he said, yeah, I don't like the Zeus Junker Queen skin. I like that I paid $20 for this skin. Bro, I paid $20 for this skin because I got $20 for free with Overwatch 2, or $20 worth of credits because I bought the Watchpoint pack. And then also, you motherfucker, I waited 4 years for this game. I was literally in high school when Overwatch 2 is announced. I've been waiting for a long time. I've been out of high school for 2 years now. Like, I waited a long time for this game, and I'm still pretty young, and I spent some of my first paychecks buying Overwatch 2 skins, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I did do that. And you know why I did that? Because I expected the game to be better. You know what I'm not doing now? Buying Overwatch 2 skins. I'm not even buying the Battle Pass, probably after this season. Like, unless I'm really interested, I'm not even gonna be buying the Battle Passes. They're just not worth it. It's just not worth the money. But that shit pissed me off because it's like, motherfucker, you don't know a single goddamn thing about me, and you're over here complaining about me spending my own money and by the way, that I spent as a fucking like 19 or 20-year-old. Like, it was like one of my first paychecks, bro. I just spent it on some Overwatch stuff because I'm a fucking kid. I was just having fun in a game that I thought was gonna be better. And you also might be like, well, then why do you have the One Punch Man Doomfist skin? Well, because I fucking love One Punch Man, and I thought maybe I should support this so we can get more cool skins like this, because I would love more collab with anime skins. And you know what? I don't regret doing it, because I don't regret a single goddamn thing I do, because that's how a real man lives. I don't regret shit. But I do kind of wish I didn't spend however much, $40-$50 on that. Once again, I really don't care about the monetization, like the skins, except for a few things. I think they're overpriced for what you're getting in this game, because you don't see your skin, like, ever, unless you're in a highlight for play of the game. But this isn't a third-person game. So it is crazy that they're charging $20, and the fact that you can only use that skin on one character, and you can obviously only see that skin when you're on that character. It's not like Valorant where you buy a skin for a gun and you can use that literally every single game. Fortnite where you buy a skin and you can literally use that every single game. In Overwatch, you buy one skin for one character and it costs $20. I've said it in my previous video. If this game was charging $10 for skins, I think a lot of the negative press would have never ever even happened, because let's be honest, the skins in this game are good. Like, $10 for a skin like this, that's not bad. Is it great? No. And is it better than Overwatch 1? No, but that's still better than what we have now. But $20, like, let's go look at the shop right now, actually. You know what? Fuck it. Let's see what it's looking like. And tell me if you think this is worth however much they're asking for it. Like, Mortal Kombat is charging, what's it called? $10 for a skin for each character. I think that's, well, yes, still a different situation, because I have a different problem with Mortal Kombat, that being that it's a full price game and I have to pay for skins, which that is always unfortunate. But $10 for that, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to earn it for free later. $10 for that is more fair than Overwatch right now. But let's see. $15 for this to get Ilari, this skin, this, which I actually really do like. I would consider just buying this if it was like $1, because this is actually a cool card. Los muertos. Just not, that's not worth $15. And this, do you really think this is worth $22? What? Like, it's a cute skin. Like, I get it. And the bird's got the hat. It's cute. But why are you charging so much for this? Infinite, and this is fucking $10 for this? Are you serious? Who would ever buy this? Literally ever. Unless you are like the #1 Sojourn fan. $3 for a fucking this, which you literally never see. I think you might actually see it in competitive, but in quick play you literally never see it. $20 for 10 battle pass? Like, bro, look at these prices. This is an Overwatch 1 skin. I own literally everything in this bundle except for the skin. It costs 1,100. What? What the fuck? 965 for this. $10 for an Overwatch 1 skin, which, to be fair, it is a good skin, but no. And that's not even to mention all this shit, where it's like, you get these 2 skins, which are fine, 1,000 coins, and then 20 tier skips for $25. They do this bundle shit all the time, and it pisses me off, because it's like they're hiding what you can actually buy. And then there's this, which is still the same prices. It still costs $20 to get one of these skins, which, to be fair, skin's great, but $20 for just that is crazy. But they also have this free section. But look at what's in the free section. 2 things from the Watchpoint pack. So, you know, that sucks, as someone who bought that. But whatever, I don't mind it that bad. Beekeeper, it's fine, I didn't care either. But then there's this side. Bad skin. Bad skin. Meh skin. Meh skin. Good skin. Meh skin. It is literally almost all bad stuff. Or at least just mid. Like, genuinely just mid. I don't even remember how I bought this. I think someone gave me a gift card for my birthday or something. I got this, which I actually do like this skin. If Poseidon Ramatra didn't come out, I would probably still be wearing this because I think it's really cool. But, like, still, look at it. Fucking $20 for this pack. And 20.
Now, I know there's going to be people watching this going, Sty, what the hell are you even going on about? You don't have to spend money on this. You don't. You can just ignore it. And I have been ignoring it. And this is what's really pissing me off. The game is really good. I'm really enjoying the game. But then I worry, what is the long-term viability of this monetization model?
Which there isn't. And that's the one thing that no one really talks about once again. But for a lot of people, they don't play these games competitively. Like, I know I talk about casual players a lot because I'm kind of a casual player. Like, I'm a high-end casual player where I definitely, I grind. Like, I play some of this game. But I don't almost ever play competitive. And if you're not playing competitive in this game, what do you get for playing this game other than just the gameplay? Because right now, it's fucking nothing. You don't really get any good skins. You get the hero mastery stuff, but that's about it. Compared to a lot of other games, there's at least something you can earn, like even in Apex, which everyone is like, well, Apex is worse, actually. In Apex, every single level I leveled up, I would get a loot box. And sure, a lot of those loot boxes are absolutely shit, but I also got some cool stuff in them. Compared to in this game, you get, every once in a while, they do an event. And if you don't like the theme of the event, sucks to suck. They also never put any of the good stuff for the event battle pass, or event like cosmetics that you can earn for free. Literally never do they put anything interesting in those. It's just a whole bunch of that where it's just, and there isn't, like, what do you do as a casual player in this game after you, like, there's no incentive to keep going. It's like a lot of other games, it's like, okay, like Apex, I loved playing because not only was it fun, but after like every 6 or 7 rounds, I would get a loot box, I would open it, and I know I'm one step closer to that heirloom, because that heirloom is guaranteed at 1,000. I'm like, I'm one step closer. And it gave me something to look forward to. Compared to in this game, you get hero mastery, or hero, I don't know if that's what they're called, whatever. The hero things where you like level them up, which literally just got added this season, first of all. And second of all, it's like nothing. You get like a name card and a title, which I understand that you aren't necessarily going to give it a free skin, but like, come on, give out a free skin that's cheap and like it doesn't have to be like the best skin of all time or anything, but make like the max level a really, really cool, or a really like decent skin to show off, because I think that would be really cool and it would keep people playing. There is something to look forward to in all of these other games I have on here. Rust, it's the weekly reset and it's just the updates, all that. There's constantly stuff. Valorant, there's always something you can be earning for free, whether it's your player profile level, or if it's just you earning the free-to-play battle pass, or even if it's just you earning like more stuff and just having fun casually. Valorant, I will say, is probably a worse example compared to a lot of these other games, because it's closer to Overwatch than it is to anything else. I don't want to compare it to a single player game because that's not really fair. Battlefront 2, when you would come back and play it, you would get characters for a while. Nowadays, I think you just get them all for free, but still. Counter-Strike, you earn loot boxes, or you earn the chance to get a loot box. And then, to be fair, you have to buy the keys, but it's also significantly cheaper than Overwatch. And I know there's been a crazy little drama thing happening with the Overwatch community getting all pissy about people complaining about Overwatch 2, but then not complaining about Counter-Strike 2. And it's like, okay, well, first of all, you guys aren't actually paying attention, because there's a lot of people who are complaining about CS2. But second of all, there's a very large difference between what Counter-Strike did and what Overwatch did. And I'll make a whole nother video talking about that. In fact, that might come out before this video comes out, but that's just something. Call of Duty, you were earning new weapon stats, weapon skins, weapon upgrades, all of that. You were earning that. And say even in Warzone, that was happening. Battlefield, same shit. And Apex, like I said, you were earning loot box. There was always something to be grinding for in all these other games. What does Overwatch have to grind for if not competitive? And I understand for a lot of people, it's like, well, that's what you grind, is the competitive. Brother, not everyone plays competitive. In fact, a lot of people don't play competitive. I kind of forgot to summarize kind of at the end of this video. I kind of just ended it abruptly, so I'm just going to do that now. But I'll be completely honest. I think Stylosa is probably the best person that we will ever cover on the Overwatch 2 initial takes. I don't see anyone else beating this out, because he was skeptical while still hyped and maintained his expectations and was pretty much correct about everything. Unless there were some takes I just completely missed, which if you guys know any, definitely let me know in the comments, but unless I missed some major takes, he was pretty much spot on the whole way through, and I really respect his honesty. I also really respect that he was telling people to not harass other people just because of their opinions. That's super, super good stuff all around, and I honestly hope that I know he gets all the attention he needs. He doesn't need a small YouTuber like me, saying, actually, he needs more attention. He doesn't need that, but he does deserve. I wish the community would stop hating on him as much, essentially, is what I'm saying, because I genuinely do think this is one of the best content creators for this game, in my opinion. But honestly, he'll probably not be topped for just being the best, and that's about it. Best at keeping his expectations in check, that is. That's about it. Later.